Last year, Oda announced some pretty devastating news for all of us One Piece fans. He stated that the One Piece manga would be over in around 3 years and the anime in around 5 years. There's been numerous times when Oda has said this and he's lied, but this time seems more real. With the Egghead arc and everything that's going on in the One Piece story, it's more clear than ever, One Piece is in its endgame. Quick intermission before this video starts. Only this amount of people who watch my videos are subscribed to my channel, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe because these videos take many hours to make. Subscribing is free, and if you ever have a change of heart, you can always unsubscribe. That's all, thank you. The feeling that One Piece is ending soon started ever since Wano ended. It felt surreal. After Green Bull came by the island to exterminate Luffy, Shanks' mere hockey would scare away Green Bull, making him flee the country. After Shanks' brief arrival, the Worst Generation trio, Luffy, Law, and Kid would depart with their crew in 3 different directions. After a bit of sailing, our favorite pirates, the Straw Hats, would arrive to a weird island before they divide due to another Worst Generation member, Jewelry Bonnie. The other half of the Straw Hats would nearly be eaten by a shark. Suddenly, a woman with clothes with the writing Vegapunk 02 on it would save them. I remember the internet went crazy over this because they thought that this was actually Dr. Vegapunk. Anyways, she tried to swindle them before Zoro would get mad and attempt to fight her. The second divided part of the Straw Hats would team up with Body as they explore a futuristic-esque island. On this island, we'd learn that the legendary Dr. Vegapunk would be on it, and this island would contain 6 artificial versions of him. Vegapunk 1, Shaka the Good. Vegapunk 2, Lilith the Evil. Vegapunk 3, Edison the Tinker. Vegapunk 4, Pythagoras the Wise. Vegapunk 5, Atlas the Violent. And Vegapunk 6, York the Greedy. Fuck York. We'd meet them individually before we actually meet the original Vegapunk. A man looking like Albert Einstein with his tongue out with an apple for a top head. We'd learn that the reason of why Vegapunk's forehead had shrunk is because he separated his brain from his body, and his brain would grow with every information he'd entered his brain. It would be stored in a huge device called Punk Records and would keep on growing. And on top of that, our Straw Hats would get some futuristic drip. Vegapunk would share with us his goal of rebuilding a society from the past, which is shocking to learn because of all the futuristic equipment, which makes us question, did the One Piece society really progress or regress? With all this new learned information, we'd actually get introduced to the reason of why the warlord system was abolished, which is because of creatures called seraphims. Small note, seraphim is a tier of an angel. I learned that while studying angels a while back. These seraphims would be kid versions of the 7 warlords of the sea, but they're infused with Lunarian blood. Some of the most insane creatures you've ever seen in One Piece. We then see what Law has been up to this entire time, and we'd cut to Law, whom is having trouble and who became a woman out of nowhere. The bad time has come. Blackbeard is attacking Law. On the side note, if the next time we see Blackbeard he says room, it'll be the most depressing moment in all of anime. Anyways, Law would revert back to man and would proceed to start his duel with Blackbeard. Blackbeard would fly off of Pegasus as Law would cut it in half with his devil fruit and clash with Blackbeard. Law's garbage crew would start to face off against Blackbeard's weird crew and would try to protect Law. Law would stab through Blackbeard's belly with his awakened abilities, damaging Blackbeard as a sniper would step in. Fuck Blackbeard, he can't have an honorable duel like a man. Blackbeard and Law would clash once again with an attack called Black Vortex as Law would observe Blackbeard with his awakened sword. Correct me if I'm wrong as I'm functioning on low energy, but I believe that's the last time we'd see the duel. I know the fight isn't over though. Anyways, we'd also see what happened to the Kid as the Kid powers arrive to a giant island with giant animals all around. They'd arrive to the land of giants, Elbaf. We'd also cut to CP0, who will be arriving in Egghead shortly with a Seraphim in attempts to kill Dr. Vegapunk because of direct orders from the government. This bit is quite long, so I'll sum it up. This event would lead us to the return of Sentomaru, Rob Lucci's awakened form, Lucci destroying Sentomaru, and we see a rematch between Gear 5 Luffy and awakened Lucci. As expected, Gear 5 would actually just fucking destroy Lucci, and after certain events, CP0 and the Strats would have to team up, and they would have to fight Seraphims. We'd also see that York is a traitor and wants to be a Celestial Dragon. Fuck York. She'd also kill my favorite and best artificial Vegapunk, Shaka. And now we can finally head off to my favorite point of this video, which I'm about to narrate. Kid would closen up to Elbaf and would see Shanks. He'd ask Shanks to fight for road poneglyphs, which is what now the most only if I lose manga panel. If you don't know why Kid and Shanks have beef, basically Kid tried to spin the block to get it back on Shanks after his crew cut his arm off. Shanks was being usually Chad's self, and we'd learned that he helped recruit pirate crews into the new world by using his flags to defend them, and would make sure that Kid was 100% healthy before engaging. Kid would get bored from all the stalling and would make a cannon to shoot up all crews. With observation hockey, Shanks would foresee a devastating future and decided he had to stop it. The damage would have been too severe and he'd hurt his friends. Shanks would do a direct copy of Roger's move, Divine Departure, and would proceed to one-shot Kid. The worst part about it is that Killer actually blocked for Kid, but they both got one-shot. Kid's pussy crew timbers would be shivering, and they'd get so scared they'd willingly give Shanks the road poneglyphs, in order to let Kid and Killer go, of course. But because Kid started the fight, Dory and Groggy would use Shanks' mentality to end it, combining an attack and destroying Kid's pirate ship. As of right now, I honestly think that Kid may be dead. In Elbaf's new world, the Kid pirates were completely and utterly annihilated. That was the literal narrator from One Piece saying that. Honestly, I feel like Kid's dream may end because he sees that even no matter how much Yonkos he's able to beat, he'll never be on Shanks' level. Plus, it just lost the road poneglyphs, which is all useless now. I feel like he'll probably team up with Luffy because he'll be too scared to go there by himself. And I know I seen Kid getting carried by Law when they were against Big Mom and 2v1ing her, but damn, Kid has no durability at all, and this just proves how strong Shanks is. Even though he was the weakest out of the trio, one-shotting a 3 billion man is crazy. To Kid's credit, it does show how far he's came since Wano, and it does show that he was strong enough to make Shanks worried, but Kid got way too confident after Law carried him in Wano. This may be a hot take, but with all these developments and losing people, it's clear to see that One Piece is nearing its end. Even this arc, all the information that we're getting and how many people we're gonna see fighting soon is absolutely insane. One Piece ending will probably make me and a bunch of One Piece fans feel empty inside when it's done, but seeing what the One Piece is and Luffy's journey was worth it for it all.